Alrighty, everyone. Welcome back to this week's episode of Take 10 Gaming. I am your current host, Marty Kenny, and we are going to shortly begin this week's episode of Iron Gods. So, let's get ready to take 10, relax, kick back, pop one open with the boys or the girls, whichever you got around, and let's get everything set up and ready to pop in with the players. Alrighty, everyone. Say hello, but don't shout it. Or
Hi.
shout it. Who cares?
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Anyone?
Hello.
All right. With us this week, we have currently three of our four players have made it in. The fourth one is going to be here soon, and we can really start when he's here. Playing Peter Hastings, the human paladin, we have Sir Matthew. Say hello, Matthew.
Hello.
Maddie, tell us a little bit about yourself, and by that I mean Peter Hastings.
Peter Hastings is a paladin of Sorenray. He preaches kindness and forgiveness, and he's an upstanding citizen that likes to uphold the law when the best he can.
Indeed. Moving right along, we have. Let me pop that thing for Peter up so everyone can see. There's the handsome boy himself. And next after him, we have the elegant Sarah Hitchkin, played by Sir Scott. Scott, who are you
Yeah.
and what do you do?
Well, I'm Sarah Hitchkin, and if you're expecting nice lady, no, I'm a follower of Callistria, and to put it bluntly, I'm a slut. Who is excellent with a whip.
As most Callistrian followers are. Callistria, if for those who don't know, is the goddess of lust and pettiness and revenge, I believe, off the top of my head.
Oh, yes, revenge.
Yeah, no slight goes unanswered. Not with the savored sting, as she's referred to. And last but not least so far, we have Von Warneyes, played by Mr. Chaz, or Chad, as you can call him. Chaz, who is your father and what does he do?
Vaughn doesn't know. Vaughn's a dual cursed oracle of time. Worships Yog-Sothoth, because that's fun.
Indeed.
Also knows how to use a gun.
This is Nemeria, so everyone knows how to
It's
use
It's his cantrip.
If you don't know how to use a gun in Nemeria, you ain't gonna be around for long, especially where you guys are. And so the first two were humans, but Vaughn, you're not a human, are you?
Nope, half elf, partially human.
So you're half human, but for all rules purposes, you're all human, but you're also an elf. And is Mr. Kyle with us? So he is.
Yes,
Next
I
and now, finally, but not least, the pretty boy Taryn Gates, played by Sir Kyle. Kyle,
Howdy.
tell us a little about yourself. Do you like long walks on the beach with?
Oh, yes. So Dr. Taryn Gates is an archaeologist from Varisia. Oh, wait, are you talking about me or like my character?
Your character.
Oh, okay, excellent, because I'm not interesting. So, Dr. Taryn Gates, archaeologist, adventurer from Varisia. His whole thing is he's come to Numeria looking for some dicey artifacts to be put inside of a museum, and he is a bit on the whimsical side, I would say. He's a goofball. He's chaotic good, so he's here for a good time, not a long time, let's be honest. And he is an Azamir. And
What is an Asimir?
an Azamir is someone with lineage to the good aligned outsiders, like your angels, your stuff like that. So he's got some good blood in him. The opposite of a tiefling, pretty
It's
much.
a genetically mutated freak.
For the long and skinny of it is you are an angelic human, or humanoid at least.
The terrible
Yeah.
beard.
With a terrible
Perfect beard. It's the best beard.
I've heard that it's not.
I heard you're a bitch.
Watch your profanity.
Alrighty. So let's move over to the game itself, and on screen you'll be able to see our 4 lovely characters: Peter, Sarah, Vaughn, and Taryn. And they have found themselves finally making their way into the end game area. They have discovered the final boss of this, probably the final boss of this campaign. A malicious AI known as Unity is residing within the capital of the country of Numeria called Starfall. More likely, in fact, according to the helpful AI that they found, Cassandra Lee, more likely within the area known as Silvermount. And our heroes have, well, finished their journey to Starfall, but that is only the beginning of their trials within the 5th chapter. So, with that out of the way, let's just dive right in, shall we, ladies and germs?
Hey, Luke. I have an observation to make.
Oh, yes, yeah.
On this beautiful cover art brought to us by beloved Paisio, on the Black Sovereign himself, the only place on him that's not covered in scars is exactly his nipple. It's
No man worth his salt would allow his nipple to be damaged.
How has he not lost that yet?
I don't know. It's a question. Paisio, please write me.
A brother of a friend chopped his friend's nipple off in high school when they were screwing around playing with katanas that they got from the flea market.
You don't say.
That is such a that's a statement. That's a statement, Chaz.
Alrighty, everyone. Let's dive right in. Moving everyone's visual to the city of Starfall.
This dumpster fire that I almost set on fire.
Alrighty. The players will awaken on their first day within Starfall's walls. Having arrived about mid to late day just previously, they kind of got their bearings a little bit. They wandered around. They wandered into Grit Forge and met up with the local main smith, the main smith NPC for this area, a kind of wacky and rather odd dwarf named Madbor, who is chaotic good, oddly enough. Very different for those of the dwarven race. And they have found a home in the area of Starfall known as Killbox. Killbox is called Killbox because it is box-shaped and people die in it a lot. It is the area of Starfall people go to when they want to disappear. Luckily, since they are here to... What would you describe? How would you describe it, you guys? What exactly are you here to do?
Be goddamn heroes.
You're goddamn right. But
In character,
Stabilize the government.
yes.
Oh.
You're here to destabilize the government of Starfall. And through that, probably the bulk of Numeria. The heroes have come to Starfall to take on Unity, the Iron God of Iron Gods. But according to Cassandra Lee and anyone else of proper intel that asks, the moment they start doing that, there's a damn good chance they'll then be besieged from the back by the Technic League. And the Technic League is also just an organization of evil wizards that is more than likely the reason Numeria is half as horrible as it is. So, being the upstanding, wonderful people they are, they have come here to bring an end to the Technic League's tyrannical reign and then take on Unity. So, whilst doing so, it would be very nice if they weren't murdered in their sleep. So, to the kill box they went. Ironically, the safest place in Starfall for them. So, my wonderful heroes, you all awaken on this, we'll say, in-game. It is a Thursday. Not that it matters. It is sometime in the fall, so it's rather cool, but Numeria is usually pretty warm. Rather arid. The constant smell of soot is still lingering in your... It's the most lavish room of the inn that you found, but lavish is a very loose term when used with anything within the kill box. So, you all wake up, you clean yourselves as best as you can for the morning, you do all your hourly preparations, you commune with your gods, you meditate, you study your spell books, you practice with your swords, yada yada yada. You are ready for the day. And I would like to know, what would you all like to do?
Begin our terroristic plotting.
Yeah, I would. Taryn has a moment when he's reading his book about, he's like, maybe destabilizing the already incredibly unstable place that is Numeria might be a bad idea. And then that brief moment passes, he goes, "Nah, that sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty rad."
Pretty rad is a great way to describe that.
Well,
Okay.
we have options. I mean, we could just go around and start randomly blowing shit up.
Terroristic bombing?
I mean,
no.
here's the thing. We could. That's one way to destabilize the place,
Yeah.
cause a
You
panic.
can go full IRA on it, okay?
It's not the best idea, but
That's
it's
a
an
way to put
idea.
it.
Sarah's chaotic, that's why she brings it up.
Perfectly fair.
We were told that we could try to get the what's his name, the barbarian
Sovereign?
king.
The Black Sovereign?
Kevoth
Yeah,
Cool.
Black Sovereign.
Kevoth Cool, the Black Sovereign.
Yeah, we were told that since he was being more or less controlled by the Technic League, that if we could somehow free him from his addiction and mind control that he would cause a ruckus, so we could see like how easy it is to get an audience with him.
Okay. That would not be a bad tactic.
I mean, not even like do anything, just see like how easy is it to go, "Oh, hey, hi Mr. King, dude." Just leave.
Give me a knowledge nobility or a knowledge local. DC, we'll say 15.
I have...
There's your chance.
Well, 15?
Yes, sir.
Please don't fuck this up, Kyle. Please don't fuck this up, Kyle.
Well, I
Definitely.
clicked
Well-
mine.
Unfortunately, rolls a 1.
Oh, you're...
Oh, there it is.
you both roll 10s. 10 lets you know that the Black Sovereign is in Starfall.
Okay, let me try it.
Ah,
Ah,
and Sarah
damn it.
knows not only is he in Starfall, and while that did sound like a gag, you know, just because he's the king doesn't mean he's in Starfall. He could be out
Yeah.
on some business trip or something.
It could be a dummy
He was a
nation.
barbarian king out on a business trip in a tuxedo carrying a suitcase. The only thing
With a
in his
sword in it.
suitcase is a sword. It's a very
Oh, yeah,
long-
it's just full of swords.
Yeah. Okay, Sarah, you beat the DC by 5, so you learn a little extra bit of info. You know that not just anybody gets a audience with the Black Sovereign. You have to earn it, or pay very well out of pocket, and even in doing so, it's usually done through the Technic League. So, that. Yeah.
Oh, we have to go through the Technic jerks. God.
No,
hold on.
we're avoiding the Technic Dirks.
I would love to avoid the Technic jerks.
Huh.
Love the good jokes.
Avoid them too. So we're gonna have to more or less sneak into the unsneakable, which is what I'm good at.
I mean,
Then begins this funny little bit called the Not So Stealthy Adventure Path.
Oh.
That is actually
But-
art and a section from the book.
nice.
And I thought it was too funny to not put it in. And
That is-
that is Kevoth cool.
Look at that
One
Conan
guess as
look.
to what he's drinking there.
I can give you
Mary-
3.
Numerian fluids?
It's the Marian fluid. Yeah.
Of course.
Is it?
It's
Is
also what
it?
he's drinking in the cover art. That
It looks
orange
like-
fiery drink.
It looks like KMF.
KM.
Is that,
Yeah, you know, bullfrog.
dude? Is that a Four Loko?
Dude, that's a Four Loko.
Is that any flavor of Four Loko?
Dude, that's watermelon.
Bruh, do you get that? Do you get that at the Shady gas station?
Yeah, it's called Shady Nasties.
That's funny.
Dynasties.
Oh god. I
It is-
don't.
It's canon now that he only drinks Four Locos. Paisio, write that in. Take care of it. All right, so we have the not so stealthy adventure path that we got to do now. Okay. So we need to get.
I mean, we also from what we've just learned from Sarah, we could earn an audience with him somehow.
That costs money.
Like, no, not paying money. It's earn an audience or pay money for an audience. It's
Yeah, but
like
that's time consuming.
that's
It
true.
also
I mean,
We don't know
is-
how much time we have
and
as
it's
well.
also the
Fair.
cue for this next bit of info. Notoriety in Starfall. As with in Chapter 2, when you all went to Scrapwall, there is a notoriety mechanic for Starfall.
Ooh.
I'll let you all know, you already have some notoriety. Due to the shenanigans that you've took part in last night, taking on those bounty hunters, let's see. Your notoriety has gone up from 3 to 4. It is interesting that your notoriety started at 3 and not 0.
Do they know who we are?
I'll let you wonder about that for now.
Huh.
But know that your notoriety number is currently at 4. If anyone would like to document that.
I'm doing that right now.
So, what? Let's see. I'm gonna roll me a die 4. Peter, what are you up to, my boy? What are you currently doing? What's Peter Hastings up to right now? And what do we call this? The Ashen Mound? Was that the name of the inn that you all have decided to make home
I don't know. You're the one who picks the names of all our things.
in? I'm pretty sure I called it. I know it's the Ashen something, so I'm just gonna say the Ashen Mound.
Ashen Mound sounds right. Because we were making dick jokes.
Are we? I don't remember that.
In this case, we're making vagina jokes.
confused.
Maddie, your mic is a little quiet. Can you?
Yeah, I can pull it a little bit closer.
Thank God I turned it down as you did that. Got it a bit up as well. Okay, so
You were asking me what-
just find a mechanic to just further the plot myself.
Probably, because I mean, if we're trying to decide on what to do, we need to do that first.
We
Like, are we
could
gonna pay to get an audience? But
Yeah, screw
Attempt-
paying.
yeah, I don't.
I
wanna
mean,
do
we
that
could
either.
check out some of the districts in Starfall to see if there's like other things that we could
Yeah, ask
possibly.
Is
maybe ask our good old buddy, old pal, friend of ours in Grit Forge, if he knows of any way to get an audience with the barbarian Bing.
Like you would
The
think
BK.
that you think, yeah, have it your way. Not sponsored by Burger King. You would think that there'd be some kind of like murder arena because
Well,
you know.
currently live in it.
Well, I mean, look at
Public murder
number
arena.
6, Kyle. That looks like an arena.
That's the thing though.
I know. It looks like an arena though.
It does look like an arena. It's funny you'd say that.
Also, looks like it has a bunch of satellite dishes on top, but that's just me.
Well, yeah, the
Those are
Black Sovereign
umbrellas.
wants
It's funny, it's-
cable. He doesn't like cable.
He's a satellite.
Absolutely.
He doesn't trust the government of Numeria's cables.
Also, I haven't seen any birds around. He must not believe in those either.
That's
Shut
because they're not real.
Yeah,
Exactly.
The
Bird-
cameras made by the government.
Exactly.
They don't have that technology in this game.
It's
You don't
funny
know
you say that. I don't know. I had nowhere to go with that one. I just wanted to say. All right. So you
yeah,
all
let's go to it.
decide to begin wandering the streets of Starfall in search of shit to do.
Oh, first thing I need to do is I'm gonna buy a big old cloak to cover up myself so my armor's not all bright and shiny.
Okay. Well, do you not have a cloak? thought
I mean,
you
I have a thing. I've got a cloak of resistance, but
Yeah,
I want
you can
like
use
a
it.
traveler's cloak is what I was going for. Just something to cover it all up. A big old poncho and a sombrero
Alrighty.
and a big
So
old fake mustache.
Mechanically, you can only have one item in the shoulder slot, which is what that would be. But since you would basically just be buying a fucking blanket.
Yeah, just a big old, like a traveler's cloak to go over
The
top
thing
of all
that
that.
they typically use in movies to kind of just
Yeah.
dramatically like throw off
Yes.
whenever some shit goes down. Okay. You can find one for 5 silver. How about that?
I'm gonna wear my worship robes over mine.
Hell yeah.
Over your
There's all
Over
sorts of
my
walks of
gear.
life in Starfall, and a worshiper of a chaotic neutral deity would be very welcome in this very chaotic city.
Maddie, did you just buy like the rip-away track pants of cloaks?
yes.
Perfect.
It's got 2 white lines. It's a black cloak with 2 white lines going down one side.
I buy one too, so we match.
All right,
Heck
5
yeah.
silver then. Anyone else want to get in on this? No. Okay.
I want nothing to do with this.
Oh, I remember. We need to go find Mr. Applebee's and retrieve some stuff.
Applebee's. Oh, the
Yes.
alchemist. Yeah.
I guess I need to ask around and see if I can find him.
Okay.
Oh, we can do that as we walk around.
Do you remember where he said to go? Where to look?
No, because he said, he's around.
No, he gave you
the
an area.
hole.
I do remember that.
No, I asked, and you said, hey, he's around somewhere. Just ask around, you'll find him.
It was in the hole.
Yes. Thank you, Chaz, for remembering. He told you
hole?
to look
Scrap
in
hole.
scrap hole over here, area number 3.
Oh, I don't even remember you saying it at all.
Indeed, it was said. Anyway, you all can make your way that way, and
Yeah, I'm actually completely down with going to Scrap Hole.
coming out of your mouth, that just sounds terrible.
Yes, it does.
Why do you have to ruin everything, Sarah?
I just make it spicier. You wouldn't know anything about that.
I enjoy my cayenne pepper every once in a while.
Cayenne, I swear to
Have you
God,
tried it on your frenulum?
I don't know what that is, and I don't want to know.
he's not old enough to know about that yet.
I'm older.
How
than-
old is
Shut up.
Peter?
Good question.
Yeah.
Actually,
We
he's
established
quite
how
young.
old he was at one point.
Yeah, he
He's
was
the
quite
younger
young,
brother of your other character who is in his 30s. So what
Yes.
he was like late 20s or something.
Yeah, early to late mid-20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah's 28, so
Yeah, about the same.
she's getting close to MILF age.
I mean, you were one at once.
You're damn right.
Okay. moving on.
Oh no.
The heroes
It's getting bad.
For lack of a better term, safely arrive at the area known as Scrap Hole. Scrap Hole is a big-ass metal pit in the ground, full of scrap metal that has long since been picked clean of anything useful. The only things really that you come here for are just raw materials or like scrap metal that you intend on melting down. The place has the occasional wander by, kind of crazed mechanic or mad engineer, or just straggler that for whatever reason thought that this would be a safe place to live. That you see rat folk wandering around, skittering from place to place.
Rickon is in the corner somewhere.
Excuse me?
Rickon is in the corner somewhere.
Yes. I miss Rickon. That
Same.
goofy rat folk gunslinger boy. Anyway, you all arrive. You wanted to ask around for where this Applebee's fellow might be? What was his
Yes.
actual name? You wrote it down.
Yeah, Grave Appleby.
It actually was Appleby.
Yeah.
I remember now. Okay, yeah, if you would just give that a roll, then give me a diplomacy check to ask around.
Yes. Hiya.
Damn, boy. Okay, rolling a 39. That beats it in spades. You ask around person to person, and your undeniable charm is more than enough to bring you straight to where you need to go. Me.
Also, I figure most of the town people, like, if there's anyone, like, hurt or injured, that I have to help them. Just because I'm supposed to.
Mhm.
So, if there's, like, anyone, as we're walking, if there's anyone people, like, injured, I can roll a heal check to,
Right.
Assist them and
Yeah,
prevent
if
that.
you intend on aiding every malnourished or like poor
Nope.
person you find on the street, you're gonna be here for a while because that's most of Scrap
Yeah.
population, unfortunately. The Technic League has a iron grasp on Numeria, and that grip is no stronger than in Scrapwall. So yes, you come across your destination ends bringing you in front of a bit of a hut. This tiny hut has strange colors of smoke coming out of the only chimney, and flashing lights can be seen within the inside. What you might hope to be a rave seems to be the results of some alchemical experiment that, from the looks of it, might not be going correctly. And that assumption is proven correct when an explosion swings one of the doors open and fires a now charred human out of it, landing at your feet right in front of you all.
I'm going to help him up. Be like, "Are you all right, sir?"
He goes, it's quite all right. Thank you, my boy. Wait, and he kind of jumps away from the lot of you and looks at you. Who are you people?
I rip off my cloak in epic fashion.
No, why would you do that? Stop. Leave your cloak on.
Your cloak gets ripped off.
Now you can't.
Yeah,
now-
like,
now it's ruined.
uh-huh.
You can't put it back on.
I am Dr. Tarangate. Oh. Two suit? Oh. And I,
Yeah.
quietly button it back onto myself in shame.
Hang on a
I'd
second.
say, my name is Peter, and we are acquaintances with.
Completely ignoring you, this man runs up to Kyle's character and says, "You were going to say to Taryn Gates, the Dr. Taryn Gates, the archaeologist from Varisia?"
And I, look at Peter with, please let me do it. Please. And when he doesn't give his consent, I rip off the cloak again. I'm like, yes,
You put
Dr.
it back on.
Taryn Gates,
Indeed,
Professor and Archaeologist of Varisia of Magdamar University.
The man starts going on a very long tirade about how long he's been studying your notes and has always wanted to gather the courage to leave Starfall, but being born within the kill box kind of limits you on your accessibility to the rest of the world, especially when the only way of leaving Starfall is having to brave the Nemerian Waste, typically by yourself, and not many people survive that, so... he's since then just resided to buying whatever paperworks of yours he can find within a Grit Forge, and just trying to make something of that. As he then, if you continue to listen, will start rambling on and on about like a childhood thing, where he always wanted to be an archaeologist, but pretty much everything worth excavating had already been excavated. So usually just resulted in him like digging up rocks that he pretended were fossils.
Taryn has like a single tear beginning to form in his eye because he's never had a fan before, and like he sucks it back in. And I stoically put a hand on his shoulder and I say, and I just kind of look him in the eyes and I say, I will autograph anything you ask.
He rather ferociously reaches into his pocket and finds a ballpoint pen, the latest of fashion within Starfall, and hands it to you, and then says, "Could you please sign my face?"
I sign his face without breaking eye contact.
Can I get a sense motive check, please?
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, this guy is your biggest fan.
Oh
No,
no.
it's fine. No, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's cool. Nothing to worry about.
Luke, I'm a
anyone else?
DM.
Do they want
I
to
know
roll a
who the
sense
phrase.
motive?
Don't worry about it. I know
No,
that
the
phrase.
brain
Swear to
do
you,
a
don't
little bit.
worry about it. This is a DC 15 check, if anyone can pull this off. Anyone?
No. Ooh.
I mean,
Oh.
Not even a wizard character.
I only have a +2 to that.
As someone who worships Yogg-Sothoth, you know crazy people when you see them, and this guy's fucking nuts. He's not lying, but he's just fucking crazy.
Ah, lovely.
Yeah. If no one
Vaughn
interrupts him,
kind of.
Appleby will just continue to ramble and ramble and ramble. He like won't stop talking unless someone stops him.
Vaughn kind of steps to where Taryn can see him, but Appleby can't, and he points at Appleby, and then he makes a "he's crazy" motion.
Like a little circular motion with your fingers next to your head.
Yeah.
Taryn looks really confused. He's in his mind. He's like, "This is the most sane man I've ever met. He loves me." But like, I do pick up on the fact that he's like rambling. I go, Appleby, friend.
Yes.
My companion, Peter, the big one in the cloak.
hello.
We're here for something. If I could direct your attention to him.
Have you learned about my latest invention?
We can discuss that after business.
Oh, no, surely not. You must be here for this. And then you then hear a large come from
Oh, no.
inside his hut. Oh no, it must have broke his bonds!
It what?
What?
At that...
It would now.
You all see a rather large, at first what looks like to be another gearsman crash through his front door, and then will begin a bit of a charge in your direction. Can I get a... Oops, let me change this up a bit. Set the stage for my players. Just a second. Doop, doop, doop. Let's see. Just a second. gonna put like just a little silly token next to Terran that will represent Mr. Appleby.
Sorry,
But
sir, we
yeah,
are backwards.
a large, at first what you think to be another gearsman comes crashing out, but then it is immediately recognized to not be one of those. If I could have everyone select your characters and roll initiative, that would be
oh no.
Can't see.
Alchemical.
Oh, there we go.
golem?
It has googly eyes. I love it.
Does it? Oh my gosh, it does.
Oh, I'm at
I-
half health. Oh,
great.
wait.
I-
Everyone is fully healed.
I want 5 of those.
I'll show everyone an alchemical golem.
It's googly eyes. Oh, the syringe fingers. That's a turnoff. Not gonna lie. But everything else of it, 10 out of 10.
Wait, that's a turnoff? What?
Oh, and one other person we failed to
Love that.
introduce to our watchers. The party also has a alien wandering around with them, disguised as a humanoid. Isuma is her name. You'll hear from her, or you won't. She's a rather quiet individual.
Salt's pissed off that you didn't mention him.
Salt's always pissed off. And
You could say he was
Sarah
always
has
salty.
a familiar that is a wasp named Salt.
We gotta get Isuma like a regular gun or something. We should do that while we're here, cause like she can't use.
We can't buy guns here.
And you could probably buy like a flintlock pistol
Yeah.
at the very
It's
least.
only advanced technologies that
Oh,
technically
okay.
affords. Like gunpowder weapons, they don't give a shit about.
We should have kept that fire drake pistol and just handed that off to Isuma. Oh well.
Vaughn, you did see that there was danger incoming, but you were not expecting for it to be this, and you are powerless to stop it. You are going first, my guy.
Sounds normal. What kind of knowledge would I need to roll to know something about this?
Knowledge engineering or arcane, either one.
Arcana or engineering?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This ain't great, but I'll try.
Yeah, DC
If
19.
it will load. It takes forever. Hey!
Nice, you succeed. Alchemical golems, in typical golem fashion, have DR10 adamantine or bludgeoning. So it doesn't have to be an adamantine weapon. A bludgeoning weapon will also do the trick. They have construct traits and are immune to magic. So
So
they
nothing
also
was
have a fun
spelled.
habit of throwing bombs.
Oh, lovely.
Here are their abilities for anyone wanting to see.
Let me
They
go
have two
figure out which of
slings,
my spells
as melee
doesn't have
and
spells.
a ranged bomb attack. So watch out for that. You're going first, Tommy.
Yeah. So, save for spells with a sonic. If only I had anything that had that descriptor.
I'll also let you know they have 23 AC and 96 health.
I mean, you give me all the stuff, aren't you?
You know everything about it.
Okay.
Oh wait, hang on. I have. Let me just make sure I didn't forget to put something on here. But I forgot that I have a spell specifically for this. We're gonna cast Ye Old Eroding Ray.
Eroding Ray, you say? Let's see here. Eroding Ray. Well, that's definitely going to hit. You channel a fraction of tumultuous ecosystem. What the fuck?
Ah, where'd my other? I had
the Haojin tapestry and redirect it through your hands a beam of deteriorating energy. Ah, this is an Eastern spell.
It's
you
for
fire one ray.
killing constructs.
Do. So, how many rays do you have?
3, and I had it. I had it set to where it would do all 3, but I guess
That's
it.
fine. Just use the spell 2 more times.
I guess somehow that got lost. I don't know.
Okay, so you've rolled a 34, a 25, and a 31. It's a touch AC of 13, so all of those will hit. And yeah, so we've got. Does this spell allow for spell resistance?
Nope.
Excellent. In that case, it can actually hurt this thing. So we've
Yeah.
got 16 plus 11, 27 damage. Is there anything else I have to worry about? Any saves that might help me in this case?
Nope. Nope. It's just range touch attack.
Cool. What level spell is that?
Second.
Nice. Okay, cool. Vaughn, you go ahead and cast your spell, hitting the alchemical golem. You hit it, and it doesn't react in pain, but you cause the little wooden structure of its body to start deteriorating, and some of the little chemicals start to ooze out of one end. They mix and then fizzle in the air and evaporate immediately, but they create sparks and other kind of fun multicolored smokes. Isuma is going to go next. Without a word, she simply sees a target, takes her gun, and she takes a shot.
Takes her gun.
Oh, that's right. She doesn't have a gun.
Yeah, she doesn't have her gun right now.
She goes
Also, let
for
me
her
let me
gun.
keep myself honest and step forward because I have to be right there.
I see. Yes, thank you. Isuma goes for her gun, remembering she doesn't have it, which is very weird because you all had to give that shit up into your bags so that no one would know you had technology. And she will instead hold her turn. That is what she will do. She will hold her turn. Peter, you're going next, my guy.
Yeah, boy. Can I charge that?
Absolutely. Wait, what's your movement speed? It should be 30, yeah?
No, I've got heavy armor. It's 20.
Even, I thought you had like those neat like armor training things because you're a fighter paladin. No?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, in that case, no. You can make 40 feet as part of a charge, and it is 50 feet away.
Womp womp. It's weird. How's my speed to say 30? That's weird.
Is your... Well, yeah. If you're wearing...
Oh, no, it's 20. It's 20.
Yeah.
So I could double move to there, and then it could reach me. So I will make one move action.
Okay. You move your 20 feet ahead.
Boop. And then... Do I want to do that? Nah. I will prepare standard action to swing if it comes within range.
Okay. So the second it gets within range, you ready your weapon, and if it gets within range of you, like you said, you will cleave it in twain, probably critting, because, you know, keen scimitars. Sarah Hitchkin, you going next, homegirl. What you gonna do?
Hold my turn.
Okay. Isuma will take her turn now. Moving down to this point in the initiative. She will move to here, drawing her weapon as part of that. And then as a standard action, you realize she didn't give up everything she had. She throws a grenade.
Oh.
Oh no.
Ting, 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 ting. Knowledge engineering to know what kind of grenade she just threw. DC 12.
I was gonna say, does it work even if you don't have technology?
I wasn't looking. I was too preoccupied with my nails.
If you do not have technologist, you do not know.
All right.
Okay, so no one knows. Indeed, let me put a little marker. Boop. That is where she threw the grenade. It'll be in that spot right there. Okie doke. Terran.
Haste, not waste.
Terran Gates casts Terran Haste. Everyone is affected as long as they're within the 30-foot reach, which I believe they... Ah, yes! You can cast it in this little area, and it'll hit everybody. Everyone is affected by haste. Bravo. The alchemical golem is going to go next. Let's see. It is going... let's see. When it strikes its foe... Yeah, I'm going to target Peter and Isuma, or I guess Peter, with a bomb. So take this. I'm assuming 31 hits.
Nice damage type there.
Random energy type.
Yeah, that will hit my touch.
We're going to roll a die 6 to see what kind it is, and it is. I'm going to say that is electrical.
It's
So,
electric.
You have resistance to electricity, do you not?
Yes.
So how much is that?
7.
Cool beans. That's 8 dice 6, and the splash area is the minimum it can be. Is that correct? Trees as splash weapons or lands. All creatures indeed. All creatures adjacent in the location where the bomb hits takes a dice 6. Okay. So Isuma will take 4. She'll also roll her reflex to try and half that. Okay, yeah, she takes 2. And then we're going to give you 25 damage, Peter. And then it's going to move to here. Back to the top of initiative. Vaughn, my boy, you're going next.
No, I'm gonna go now.
Oh, excuse me. Sarah's moving down to the bottom of initiative.
And I've got haste, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Or yes, ma'am.
That's how much extra to my movement?
Extra 30 to any form of movement you have.
Beautiful. 5, 10,
That's 15.
so 15, 20, 25, 35?
No, it's 30 because it's only 1.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
That is.
No, that'd be
60.
60.
Okay. Well, that's perfect. So I'm gonna reach out with my whip,
Okay.
grab the grenade,
Excuse me?
and then put the grenade over here.
Okay. Give me a.
I have to make a touch attack against the thing.
Yeah, it's a small item, but it's not moving. So we'll say it has an AC of 12.
Don't fuck it up, Scott.
Nice.
Oh, God.
You whip it, pick it up with the whip, and relocate it here. Or you know what?
Sounds good to
Actually,
me.
give me a ranged attack to throw it to
Okay.
whatever square you want.
Oh no, I can just drop it somewhere else.
Oh, okay. What's your reach?
15 foot.
15 feet. So you'll put it here.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you will do that. Back to the top of initiative again. Vaughn.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'm doing the same thing, or I plan to. I was just finish typing in to get it to roll by itself. Sorry.
I'll remind everyone that grenades have a 20-foot radius of explosion.
Alright. I'm gonna
Good to know.
cast
Do you
another.
made a ranged attack to throw it a little further.
Yes, I would.
Okay, give me a range. There you go. You want to just, yeah, throw it here, or maybe ping the square that you'd like to throw it into, my dude.
There's fine. There's fine.
Scott, you're in the range of that. You might want to
Oh
throw it
shit.
here.
Yeah, put it there.
Here. Okay. Vaughn, you were saying?
Yeah. We got. Yeah, I'm just casting the same spell. I was just finished typing it. Okay. Hiya. If it will come up. My thing's being slow
It's fine.
today.
Wait for it. Aha! That will hit. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's the other rolls. Okay, cool. Those will all hit. That third one might crit. You want to roll me another ranged attack? Just roll the range,
Yeah.
the ranged button, please.
Sure.
Okay, it does not confirm.
Big oof.
But it will deal, what's that, 16, 21 damage. Nice. Alrighty. You may shift if you wish, and if not, Peter, you're going next.
Yeah, boy.
Do what you were built
Shit.
to do.
Ah, that takes a move action.
Yeah. You want
Well.
that sweet extra haste attack.
Yep. Cries. I'll shift to here. I'm gonna full attack it.
Okay. Let's see it.
Hiya.
Oh. And the extra attack from haste. That will hit. Okay. Your weapon is not adamantine.
But it does ignore 5 points of damage reduction.
That it does. So we've got plus what's its AC? I believe it was 21. No, its AC is 23. So the second will miss.
Is it a robot?
No, it is not. It's just
Okay.
a golem. Do you have the +1 from haste calculated in?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, the second one will miss. The third will hit but not crit, dealing 4 damage. And the last will hit and it will deal 7 for a grand total of 21. Very nice. And at the start of Isuma's next turn, the grenade will go off. Unfortunately, Isuma and Peter are both within the range. So if I could get reflex rolls of 15 from Peter, please. The alchemical golem saves. Yeah, so everyone makes the save. So, she set off an inferno grenade.
Oh no.
It will deal to Isuma 10 damage. 10 fire, that is. To Peter, it will deal 10, which is reduced by how much?
7.
It's reduced by 7.
Yes.
Damn, boy. So you're only dealt 3. And to the alchemical golem, it will deal 8. Does that have any resistances? I don't think it does. Okay, yeah, 8 damage. That was the grenade. Isuma will shift to here and then slash at the thing with her dagger. Hiya. Hey, she hit and crit it and dealt no damage. Unfortunate. Taryn.
I'm going to cast Acid Arrow, and it does not allow for spell resistance.
Excellent. Acid spells are pretty nice for that. That will hit, dealing 4 acid damage.
Yep.
Very nice, very nice.
And
The acid effect will last for every 3 caster levels you possess.
so I'm technically a level 12 sorcerer, so it will last for 4 rounds.
So 4 extra rounds of acid after this. Where is...
Yes.
There we go.
2d4 damage a time.
Mm-hmm. All right. The alchemical golem is going to go next. Let's see. Going to attack Peter because he dealt the most damage. Boom, boom. Whoa. Does not crit. Big.
And yeah, it doesn't confirm.
Okay, very close. Plus alchemy. So the second slam will hit, dealing 14 plus. I will also
Roll a
need
5.
a reflex check, please. There we go. Reflex, you succeed. A bit of a strange chemical oozed out of it and tried hardening to your feet to anchor you in place, but you're able to evade it and not get the mud on your shoes, as it were. Sarah, you go next, homegirl.
With it, if there's a whip, there's a way.
There's a whip. There's a way.
And can I also get the extra attack from haste, please? Ah.
Womp.
That will hit and it will crit. So the attack number 2 hits and attack number 3 will hit and crit. Unfortunately, it is not bludgeoning, nor is it adamantine, so it'll only deal a grand total of 9 damage. Back to the top of initiative, Vaughn.
I mean, why stop?
Why stop a good thing?
Why? Yeah. Why fix something that ain't broke?
All right. The first ray will hit and it will kill it, bringing
Nice.
it down to -4, and then you can just put the rest of it into it if you wish.
All right, now on a 6, it explodes.
This ain't Warhammer. Alrighty. Where is there it is. Very good. With that, Mr. Appleby goes, "Oh no, my creation! What have you done?"
I put a hand on his shoulder as he's like got that anime face of despair as his golem is just like burning to the ground. And I say, there, you'll make another.
The heroes are awarded some experience. Boo. Just a second.
Yay! It's my favorite part. Well, one of my favorite parts.
What is your favorite part, Chad?
I'm not sure if getting experience at the end of a combat or listening to Marty's frustrated screaming when he tries to do something and my character says no is more fun.
You know what it
That was
is.
that was just a simple little run in there. For defeating Applebee's newest project, you all are awarded 1,600 experience each.
Nice.
What's the 338550?
Yes.
Dope.
I mean, 338,550.
Yes, that is what those numbers mean. At any rate, he continues to sob on the ground and just ramble on and on about how long it took him to make it, how long it took to find the parts, how long it took him to go through the underground night districts to find the illegal exports of Starfall to find the technology required to do all these things. And,
Yeah. I load my gun, I load my shotgun, I go, shame. No, but I do put on my cloak and I do give him like a consolation pat. I'm like, nothing worth doing is easy. And I say, next time, though it will be harder, your creation will be better for it.
give me a diplomacy check.
Please don't fuck this up.
You're able to appease the man. He does not just jump up and, anime style go, "You're right, I just need to try it." He doesn't do any of that. But he does kind of gather himself a bit and stand up and say, "Well, I don't suppose you came here just to destroy my newest project. What are you doing here?"
Of course not.
I give him some money as one scientist to another. I'm gonna give him 100 gold.
My bad, dude.
Yeah, I go. I said I know it was hard work for what you did, so hopefully this can help you start off fresh with it again. And then I give him 100 gold.
Nice. A little green heart appears above his head and then fades away, video game style.
Applebee's will remember that. Maybe they'll remember to get my orders right next time I go.
Applebee's never forgets.
They also never forgive.
Would you like the apple or the bees?
The
The
only way
apple?
that you could increase the volume to your mic without actually eating your mic this time. You
Who, me?
seem to be getting further and further away.
Me?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Now you seem okay. Say something else.
Sorry, my mic is very loose on my headset, so it likes to wobble back and forth.
Gotcha. Well, all right.
But no, I'll step in and say, like I was attempting to say before, we were interrupted by your golem. We are acquaintances of a dwarf forge master and grit forge. He has asked us to find you and retrieve payment for him.
He goes, wait, are you referring to Mad Boar?
Yes,
Never heard of him.
I know you're lying.
That's impossible. I never lie.
You just said his name,
No,
and you knew him.
no, I would never do that, because I've never met him. I do not have his chemicals, and I've never done business with him.
This man wearing a green hat and is quite short.
So it's the chemicals that he has asked of you to deliver and have not yet. Tell me.
Give me a diplomacy check.
I'm not being mean, I'm just picking up from what he's saying.
He goes, how can I say no with charm like that? And with
I give
that,
him
you
a wink
all-
and a twinkle.
Ding! You look like the the blood angel from that one meme where he says,
Oh yeah.
because the Codex Astartes.
I give him the smolder.
Here comes the smoke.
I'm doing that, and
That's
then Vaughn is like over there with Sarah, and he's like, "Oh, here comes the smolder! Here comes the smolder!"
Yeah, you
There,
all
look, there it is.
you all hear the what's that Breath of the Wild item get audio cue yeah,
Nice.
And Applebee's alchemical reagents are added to your inventory.
Yay!
Now we can cook
This-
anything on their menu,
I said, this is what they
Anything.
put in their food.
even
It
the
all makes
bees.
sense now.
We can cook bees.
All right.
But should we?
I thank him, and then I will ask him if he. I'll also ask this gentleman if he knows of any way to gain counsel with the mad Bavarian king.
He looks at you blankly and then just starts laughing like a fucking idiot.
I
cool. You want an audience with that madman?
Yes.
Taryn joins in the laughter and like stands next to Applebee's and just starts laughing with them and pointing at Peter for the fun of it.
I'm gonna respond with, "Why are you laughing? We have to get. You're part of the team."
Applebee's continues to saying, the Mad Sovereign has not cared about the civilians of this city, nor any of those of Numeria ever since the Technic League took over. You would never even get his single glance towards him with the way you look now, adventurous or not.
I stop laughing. What do you mean the way I look?
You
What
know,
about your shitty beard?
skinny.
This beard is the greatest thing in this God's forsaken country. You take it back, Sarah. You're just jealous you can't grow one like this.
You've seen my tits, dude.
I've seen your beard.
Wait, do your tits have a fucking beard on them or something?
That's going in the book.
Grow this god.
One second.
Anyway, you all do get one little bit of info from all of this. He mentioned something a little special, that being a underground a black market of sorts. You all are leaving Scrap Hole. There's pretty much nothing. There's nothing else to be had here. Oops. You have what you came for, and
Yes.
also with that, you have some extra experience and some extra little info that there is indeed a black market somewhere within Starfall that deals in trading technology.
Ooh.
Indeed.
He doesn't tell us how to get there.
Why are we gonna sell all these apples?
Now
Where are we gonna sell all
Can we-
these?
So does he just mention, hey, by the way, there's a black market, or does he like? Can we like ask him more about it? Like, do you know where it is? Can you tell us how to get there?
Any asking? Okay, give me a diplomacy check, Vaughn.
Sure.
Or, you know,
Any day now.
Here it comes. Wait for it. Aha! He says, I have no idea what you're talking about. And he will not talk about it further.
Vaughn turns and looks at Peter and is like, I'm beginning to understand how people turn evil. Like real easy.
You shouldn't, Vaughn. Never look at the dark side of life.
I'm not. I just get it.
you always want to look on the bright side of life.
Yusuma gives an understanding nod.
Vaughn in his head is like, I could curse this man 12 ways to Sunday.
He doesn't knock off his shit.
It's like,
It looks like
This-
you're trying to fuck around. Would you like to find out?
bullshit.
Alright,
Would you like to be crippled for life? Answer me.
alright, let me...
I'll make you blind, dumb, deaf.
And I'll give you acne.
Oh no.
The worst one of all.
Alright. You all find yourselves back in the outer reaches of the kill box. Let me roll. Boop. As you all are mumbling about, let me roll a real quick. You all come across a rather unpleasant crowd in the kill box as you're wandering along. Not that they're paying attention to you, but just the typical people wandering back and forth throughout the smoke and pollution-drenched streets of the slums of Starfall, when a bit of a shadow stretches over you, whilst the skies of Starfall are almost constantly filled with smog and other forms of pollution, and very little sun actually makes it down to Starfall itself. An even darker shade encompasses the party, as it is immediately known that there is a giant who has wandered up to the group of you.
Huh. If he's walking down the street, I'll step aside and let him pass.
He is not stepping down the street. Instead, he walks up to the lot of you
Oh,
and says, let me pull up a thing real quick. Boop, boop. Towering above a typical human, this misshapen giant's pale flesh is covered in purulent sores and bulbous tumors. The thing has this massive hunk of iron just hold over its shoulder as if it was a baseball bat. And it looks down to the lot of you and says,
You wouldn't happen to be newcomers in here, would you?
no, of course not. We've been here quite some time now.
Give me a bluff.
Hey man, time is subjective.
Give me a bluff, please.
Oh no. It's not terrible.
Okay. He says,
Be that as it may, there's someone who's wanting your heads on a spike, as I hear. 4 adventurers, one with tired eyes, one in skimpy dress, one with shining armor, and one with a terrible beard.
Yes.
Well, these wouldn't be the adventures then, because my beard is magnificent.
I think you might have the wrong group, because there's 5 of us, so if you'll just let us pass.
And my beard is magnificent.
he is. Give me a. Someone give me a sense motive, real quick.
1 second.
Yeah. It was not difficult. It was a DC 10. It is very obvious this guy has a very aggressive stance over the lot of you. As he's stopped lumbering the club over his shoulder and is now kind of just patting it in his other deformed hand. And he says,
You know what? I'm in a bit of a chipper mood. If yous give me her, I'll let the rest of you think that you got away, so as the people that's paid me off won't have to have your bodies in whatever fun little machinations they think of tonight.
I still don't quite understand why you think we're the group that you're looking for. I mean, you did say that you're looking for 4 people, and there's 5 of us.
What did you point to when he said her?
he points at Isuma.
I'm just like, my
Oh,
beard
honey,
is amazing.
she's too old for you.
I mean,
Beard is so good.
we're clearly not handing Isuma over, but Vaughn loves angering people.
He says,
slowly
If that's the
come to life.
case, I'll just take you for the fun of it!
And
My
then
beard?
initiative is about to be rolled.
I'm fine with that.
Feel free to select your characters and roll your initiative.
Oh, this motherfucker's going to hell. He made fun of my. This bitch is getting damned to hell.
20.
You
Great
make fun of my
little
beard? Straight to hell.
I always roll so poorly.
The
Scott,
So
you're
better.
first.
is the way.
Yeah. Have you considered?
If you
I mean,
consider
maybe-
just doing better.
Yeah, like maybe this is your sin for hitting your friends and almost killing their characters.
This is true. This is the way.
Isuma will hold her turn. Vaughn,
Oh.
you're going next, my boy.
Oh, really? I get to go next?
Mhm.
Nice. Nice. Let's find out what this Ash Giant's opinion on a fun little spell called Elemental Assessor is.
Hey, Chaz, do you have knowledge local?
I think so. Not a whole lot of it, but a little bit.
'Cause I'm curious about this Ash Giant. I know giants are knowledge local.
A grand total of 30 damage to this man.
Okay. And then for 3 rounds, he's gonna. I don't know if he has weaknesses to anything or resistances to anything. So I don't know how you want to pick between acid and fire.
Roll me a die 2. 1 is acid, 2 is fire. Okay, it will be 9 acid. Or, excuse me, 2 die 6 acid, right?
4 die 6.
4 die 6 acid, thank you.
Okay, for 3 rounds.
Mhm. Peter.
Let's see. I guess I'll
Smite it and kill it.
move on up. Detect evil?
Nope. It is not
Oh.
There
evil.
we go. He is neutral, probably
I guess I'll
chaotic.
go fuck myself.
Yeah, you probably should. Swift action. I'm gonna lay on hands.
Okay. You roll it, and I'll add the health.
19.
19. Okay. Oops. Not enough. Just.
And then I'm going to bop it. I'm going to try and hit him for non-lethal.
Okay.
So, Hawa, does that hit?
That hits his flat-footed.
Yes. Perfect. So 16 non-lethal,
Okay.
and then I heal for additional 2d6.
Nice.
Slash R 2d6. 9 more health.
Let's see. Okay. You gain 9 more health, you say?
Yes.
Okay. Though this creature is very obviously, a monster of sin and evil, you choose to be merciful and attack it in such a way that will not ensure that it is slain. Your goddess smiles upon you for this, being an act of mercy, and decides to provide you with some healing for it. Taryn, you're going next, my guy.
All right, I'm gonna roll a knowledge local to see what I can. What about this bullshit?
That will fail.
Oh, nothing.
It's DC 21.
I kind of like scratch my head and like it feels weird because I'm not using my gun. And then I'm like, well, when in doubt, spell it out. I'm gonna do Dragon's Breath and I'm gonna do the Line of Cold.
Okay. I'll roll my reflex. I will fail. 31. Nice. Dude. He is dealt 31 damage. Very good, very good. Sarah, you go next, homegirl.
I pull out a wand.
Okay.
Scorching Ray.
Pew.
Please tell me I'm... Oh, wait, no. What's behind him?
You're just kind of like in a street, honestly. There's not much terrain that can be used in this scenario.
Shift lightning bolt.
Gotcha. Very good.
Oh,
He's going to succeed on a reflex save, so only takes 9 damage. You can angle the bolt of lightning to kind of go into the air after it strikes him. But calling upon the eldritch mana within the wand that you wield, you fire a bolt of lightning at him, striking the massive creature, but only kind of bothering it. Its massive diseased bulk seems to be not resistant, but just very difficult to get through. Now it is its turn. Take this.
oh.
Targeting Peter, of course. The huge
will
club will miss, and as will the slam. Lucky you.
Yeah. Oh, he rolled like boo boo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ash giants can wield huge weapons without any penalty.
Oh.
Back to the top of initiative. Isuma will take her turn now and decide to charge.
Oh. With her puny daggers.
Oops. Just the first one of those. That will hit. Do not believe this thing has any DR. It does not. So it deals a grand total of 1 slashing. Vaughn.
Well, oh right. Does he take the? I forgot to look at it. Does he take the damage on his turn or my?
Your turn, I'll say. So
Okay.
4d6 acid. If you'll roll that, please.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
And I think let's see. What do I want to do? Let's go for a fun one. This might not be the best idea, but it'll be. Actually, here I'm gonna move to here. I've got plenty of movement to do that. And then but just so they can Taryn and Sarah can have some extra area, some space.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Barbed Chains.
Ooh, an oldie but a goodie.
Yep. And then I have the attacks. If you will give me a second.
Okay. Yeah, it's part of your one of your taxes.
Or 3. Max 4 attack follow. Oh, yep. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
So
It's against its regular AC,
Did I?
correct?
Yes, it'll be against its regular AC.
Yeah, that would be 25.
Hang. Yeah. That. I'm making sure I have everything correct.
Yeah.
Because I haven't used it in so long.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. And I think I'm just gonna have them all do damage.
Hot damn! 4 chains, he says. All of those will hit, dealing a grand total of 5. That's 6,
And-
11, 12 damage.
I need him to roll a will save.
1 will save.
I think he needs to roll 4 because it doesn't say if you save once that you're immune. Well, he fails. He failed the first one.
He
so
fails the first and last, so he's shaken.
He's shaken for 1 round.
Gotcha.
He's shooken.
That boy shooketh.
Indeed. All right. Good turn. Good turn. Peter.
Time to boop. I'm a shift, and then bop it.
How about twist it?
Pull it.
Let's see. Should I deal non-lethal? Let's see.
Kill it.
Well, he's not evil.
Blood for the blood god.
He was paid to do this. He's just following orders. I'm gonna non-lethally boop him.
Maddie, the Nuremberg trials are calling,
Hush,
and
hush,
that's
hush.
an excuse.
Hush.
All
Hush now,
let's see what he
child.
does. AC 25.
Wow!
Hot damn. The first will hit and crit, and the others will miss. So we've got a grand total of 27 non-lethal.
+1 non-lethal. So
So +1 on both then, so 29.
yes,
All right, nice.
and I'll heal for an additional 2d6.
Okay,
How about 3 more health?
I gotcha. Go up to 102. Very nice.
Yeah, I won't waste a lay on hands.
The thing is looking rather lumbered at the moment.
I'm gonna try and persuade him and say, "Calm down, giant. You're not dead yet. You will be knocked out soon."
He says,
I'll pick your meat with my teeth myself, Paladin.
Are you sure? You haven't even hit us yet. Are you sure you don't want to withdraw with your life?
I shift and I say, "Oh, that sounded pretty aggressive to me," and Hellfire Ray.
"Oh me, oh my! That will hit. Dealing 41 fire. There's a saving throw. What?
Yes.
What is
DC
DC?
23.
That's only if they die from it, and that's so that they get sent to hell.
Gotcha. That does not kill him,
Damn.
but the acid damage he's about to take will. That is enough to make him unconscious.
Oh. No,
This
straight to
brings
hell.
an end to the combat.
Yeah, boy.
The acid then begins to sear into his body as he's knocked unconscious, and he is going to die. Bravo, everyone. Bravo.
Oh.
I mean, I was gonna say, could Peter get an opportunity to not have him die?
You want to heal him?
I mean,
I mean,
Peter
that-
was fairly adamant about wanting to keep him alive. It's just
Yeah, I
like the
don't
rest of us are kind of bad at doing non-lethal.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
mean,
no. Everyone
I-
else just doesn't care. That's how it always is. Can I attempt a heal check to see if I can prevent the acid from killing him?
It's a spell. So if you could dispel it, sure. But you can't just put a band-aid on this one.
There's not much I can do.
I walk up and I say, "At least he died in his sleep." That's all the best we can ask for.
The streets
murder
have
hobos.
long since evacuated. And if I could get you all to raise your notoriety to 5.
Nice.
Got it.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Well, it's like I think they might be kind of used to this kind of shit.
It's just another Tuesday for them, I imagine.
Seems
it's
that way.
also like another Tuesday for us, but like we're adventurers and not
Oh, it is Tuesday.
commoners.
But it's Thursday. God, Taryn, it's like you have 2 brain cells left and they're both fighting for 3rd place.
You know, Sarah, I've been pretty. No. I'll cry about this later. Just know, between you and that giant, and insulting my beard, I'm starting to feel like I'm not welcome here.
No, you're greatly welcomed here. Taryn, just you trying to send everything to hell does not bode well.
Maybe things should be better, and they wouldn't get damned to hell.
Hey, maybe if you trimmed your beard, Sarah wouldn't make fun of it.
No, she'd find something else to make fun of.
You're right, but it wouldn't be your beard.
Taryn just walks off, trying not to cry, because everyone hates his beard.
Isuma
We're
kind
going
of
this way,
tugs
honey.
at your cloak, Vaughn, and then before you turn around says, "We should leave. The authorities seem to be on their way here now." And you can hear sirens in the distance.
Sirens? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, no,
Wait,
I'm not joking. There are sirens in the
Let's
distance.
get out of here. Let's leave.
Alright, you all get the fuck out of Dodge.
I thought we were going back to the kill box.
Well, it just turns out you were on Dodge Street at that very moment, so you got the fuck out
Oh.
of
Nice.
Was there a place called Sweet Dodge's Bakery?
Yes. It is
Perfect.
owned by a halfling. A neutral evil
Perfect.
halfling.
Even better.
Named Sweet Dodge. It's his bakery.
It's perfect. It's all I ever wanted. Now, if there's just a soggy log in this town, then I'll be able to die.
Unfortunately, there is no such a place. Not
They're all
inherently.
very dry
Indeed.
and crusty.
All the logs here are
The
petrified.
ashen log. Alrighty. You all make your way back to the inn, the Ashen Mound. As you all are walking in, the owner of the establishment, who is still cleaning the same glass as he always is, without looking up from his glass, he goes spits on the glass and keeps rubbing it in with a dirty towel and says, "Oh yeah, you four adventurers. Had a message for you."
From?
He didn't say. He just said to meet him out back around nightfall.
Did this message come in the form of a large ash giant?
Ash giant? No.
Never mind. Oh, excellent.
Some fella in a hood. Didn't say who he was. Gave me a coin to not mention his name or what he looked like.
How much coin did he give you?
Does it matter? He looks up at you.
Yes.
As we might be willing to pay more.
No, you're right. The
No.
coin doesn't matter. You're
Wait.
exactly right.
I
And
think
in
it does
fact-
matter.
No,
I
it does
know.
not. Because I slip him 100 platinum, and I say, because we're no longer staying here, and I give him a wink.
Yeah, he says, "That's right. In fact, I don't even know who you are. Would you like a room?"
No, honey, just a stiff drink.
He says right away, bangs on the counter, and then puts 2 fingers in his mouth and whistles, and a very tired-looking halfling servant turns around the corner with an attempt to brush his hair, which was made immediately wasted with the amount of effort that he's had to put in today, and probably has had no sleep by this point. He comes around with a full bottle of an alcohol, you can assume. And
And alcohol.
he says, "Drink up much as you want, lady."
Thanks.
Excuse me, may I order, please, 1 alcohol?
He looks at you and says, "You paying?"
I was making a joke.
Yeah.
I kind of like whisper this to her. I'm like, you could have bought this whole place with that amount of money that you just dropped.
I don't need it. He does. Plus, we need to lay low a bit. We've been raising too much of awareness to ourselves.
100 platinum is not laying low.
Bro,
That man's
It is
gonna.
when he's not going to talk,
Oh, he's gonna talk.
and then he'll die.
He'll just
then
be
you're-
rich for talking. than he was
Yes.
previously.
You understand? We're in the kill box, and I do like over-exaggerated hand gestures. Mike, this is a place full of the seedy, the backstabby, the money grubby, and people that are all three of those.
Someone in the background goes, "Here, here," and raises a cup.
And they agree with me.
You then hear kind of a collective from the people in the audience.
And I'm like, the fact that you just raise this man's economic, it's your money. If you do it with what you will,
I will, and I am.
but you just put a target for like 10 knives on that man's back.
You do realize we have 5 on ours.
Yeah,
6
but like
if you include Salt.
I've got magic.
Salt then
Peter's
says,
got
"Mine's the biggest target."
You also have Kick Me on your back.
yes. Wait,
You check, and
check.
there is magical writing on the back of your robes that says "Kick me."
Salt, you son of a bitch.
No,
You're
that was all
chuckling.
me.
And I say, but we have means to defend ourselves. That man has that thing, and I point to the halfling, and I'm like,
He
that's
just
it.
looks super tired. He's currently laying on the floor somewhere, just gasping for breath.
I say anyway. So what is a? Are we just gonna go in cold into this meeting, or are we gonna devise some sort of a scheme?
Isuma sighs and says, "I would have imagined for people who could have taken down the Dominion of the Black, you would be a bit more organized than this.
Oh, honey, you've
We
been
were-
adventuring with the
Whenever
wrong
you're
people.
ready,
But
come
always.
get me." And she
Oh.
goes up to the room.
I'm gonna say we were more organized before.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just that
What?
we were more organized before.
For what? Before what, Peter?
We were just more organized before.
Are you gonna hop on the hate train today too? Huh?
No, I don't
Roll
have
your-
any
roll your
hate.
sense motive, Taryn.
Oh no.
He is He is not trying to be mean. He's just saying, in the past, in the recent past, they were more organized.
He touches Taryn touches his beard and he goes, "I'm sorry. I'm a little worked up right now. I think I need a nap. If you'll excuse me." And I leave the table to go rest.
I really don't understand him.
Vaughn's all for just chilling here and waiting for it to be almost dark, and then getting the rest of the party and going out there.
Vaughn, you want to drink this bottle of liquor with me?
Sure.
Cool.
All right. You all will just hang out. Sarah and Vaughn are going to be, just rather relaxing and enjoying their bottle. By the way, give me a what would this be? Knowledge. I don't know. Knowledge local to know the alcohol, or craft alchemic or whatever though. Sarah, someone else want to roll that too? All right, Vaughn. You can tell that that's not just alcohol.
Oh no.
It's
Oh.
That's brandy that's been spiced with Numerian fluid.
Oh. Boy.
Not enough to where you'll have the effect, but definitely enough that it'll have
Gives it a
an
kick.
effect. Yeah, for those who don't know, Numerian fluid is runoff from the massive amount of technological ruins within Numeria. It's literally jet
Nuclear
fuel.
waste.
Yeah, it's nuclear waste, jet fuel, any kind of thing like that you want to think of. That's
Antifreeze.
antifreeze. It's
No,
it's a
what's weird
catch-all
though?
term for any kind of
normal
strange
oil.
runoff, and it can have
Yeah.
bizarre mutating effects upon inhibiting it.
The weird part is it can't melt steel beams.
Oh yes, that's you always must remember that it can do a lot of things. It can make you level. It can make you grow wings. It can make you glow, but it can't melt steel beams. Always remember. Anyway, you all are going to have your fun. Peter, what are you going to be doing, homeboy?
I'm going to be watching over, I guess, the bar area, making sure nothing rowdy happens.
Okay. Rowdy things happen. Give me a die 20 plus your paladin level, please.
A die 20 plus
Or a diplomacy check. One or the other, whichever's higher.
it's gonna be my diplomacy.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a bar in the kill box. Someone's eventually gonna say something to someone that they don't like, and fight's gonna brew. But you're like, all right, come on, everyone, let's calm the hell. You coach them back down to size, and you.
This is a place of drinks and camaraderie. Don't bring tension into this
And they
place. Blah
say-
blah 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 blah.
This place has never been that kind of place. I've been coming here my entire life. All 14
Yeah,
years of it.
stick 'em in the mouth.
Now I'm gonna say, well, we don't do that here.
Alrighty. And then he's gonna go.
Right, okay, it seems fair enough.
All right. The end of the night comes along, and by this point, Peter, you're sober, but Sarah and Vaughn are not at all.
Ooh, can I have some RP time with Vaughn?
Absolutely, positively. Give it to me, my boy.
So, you know, whenever a chair gets thrown and I dodge it, I sit back down with Vaughn, and I'm gonna have a soul-searching moment with him over some Numerian fluid. So, Vaughn, how's it been?
Interesting. I guess.
Yeah,
Still feel way out of my element.
same. Honestly, yeah, same. But that's adventuring life. I'm gonna cut to the chase. I'm not good at this. How do you feel about Asuma?
Not sure.
How
Vaughn,
does Asuma feel about you?
also not sure.
It's obvious she likes you. You know that, right?
You,
Whether that's
think?
whether that's a, you know, romantic like or a camaraderie
Vaughn-
like, I can't
Vaughn,
say.
give me a sense motive check. Not for Sarah, but just how Isuma is with you. Now that you're like thinking about it.
I clicked it.
Here it comes. Wait for it.
Yeah.
Let's
I don't know
go,
why it
roll
takes
20.
on.
Let's go. There it is. You're not sure. It might, but you know she likes you. You know that for sure. But you don't know if it's like a romantic like, or you're part of the pack, like a hunting thing. Because you know Isuma was a hunter on her planet.
Right.
So you're not sure if it's just pure camaraderie or if it's romance. On one part, you're the closest thing to like something romantic maybe that she could have on the planet so far. But at the other time, why would that be the case when all you've done is like help her murder other aliens? That'd be kind of a weird
Yeah.
bonding thing. So, but I mean, it's, but
My
both.
favorite Sunday pastime is
Yeah.
killing aliens.
I mean, according to all of last chapter, that was the case. But there are arguments for both sides. You just can't tell.
So Vaughn's gonna kind of summarize that, I guess, for Sarah. I was like, not being sure, and he's also like, I'm not really, I don't know, worried about it right now. We've got a lot more to deal with on our plates right now.
Well, what about when it's over? Say we survive.
I don't know. I've always been kind of a live day to day person. I'm not exactly sure how to do anything other than that.
You.
Upon hearing
has
the
been
day-to-day thing,
before.
you hear Salt, who is now resting on Sarah's shoulder, say,
That is very relatable.
He's holding a tiny shot glass with one hook.
he's sipping from it. He has a monocle, too. I don't know why, but he's got one.
Because, might I remind you, Vaughn woke up in the middle of Torch, just laying in the street at like 13 or 14, and just kind of survived for the past 11 years, doing whatever he could.
Well, honestly, I'm not really. I think you're cute together. Don't get me wrong. Where am I going with this? Is this drink strong to you?
It's got
You look
It's got
over
pneumatic
at you look
fluid in
over
it.
at Sarah when she says that, and there are two of her, both moving around rather lazily.
Vaughn's like laid his head down on the bar at this point. He's like, it's got Numerian fluid in it.
Yeah, this
That's
shit's
pretty
hella
spicy.
poisonous.
That's what I was gonna talk about. So you have no plans for the future, yet you can practically see it coming.
Kind of. Maybe that's why I don't have plans. Is you just,
You're fighting against your own curse, Oracle.
yeah.
And with that,
Just like melting into his seat at this point.
One last thing. One
Yeah,
last
please.
thing.
Yeah.
Could you talk to Asuma for me? I don't know why she doesn't like me. She's the only other female in this party, and she just... I was hoping for a bit more camaraderie whenever she would come along, but she just seems to hate me.
I don't think she hates you, but I'll ask.
From across the room, it says, "I don't think she hates you. I just don't think she just doesn't understand you." Moving on, and I keep
Just
walking.
look up and like... butt out? Thank you, Vaughn.
I was simply walking by and giving you my input.
As he's got like one drunk person on his shoulder, and he's walking across the bar to like stop another fight.
Anyway, what time is
Okay.
it?
You all will continue with the night. Vaughn and Sarah, you are both fatigued, mechanically. And you have the fatigue condition as you're both fucking sauced. You are very intoxicated at the moment.
Alright. Let's see.
Peter, you're not fatigued yet, but you are rather tired because it's gotten to that point of the night.
I'm not gonna go all night. I was just gonna go, until it's after the meeting, and then go to bed.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, the meeting hasn't happened yet. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It is nightfall. It is nighttime. Around 10 p.m. now. The bar is now shoulder to fucking shoulder. This place is busy before, but now it's fucking packed. The small islands of tables here and there are the only kind of sanctuary you can hope for to just not be constantly bumping into someone or stepping on someone's toes or any other kind of lumbering hulks that might be blubbering their way through this area. Whatever kind of knuckle draggers have made their way in from the streets of Starfall. Now would be a good time to gather the crew and head out to the meeting.
Do that then.
Alright, you, I guess, go up to the room to gather Isuma and Taryn. You knock on the door, I guess?
I mean, are they in different rooms or
No,
we? I
they're
don't
all in,
remember.
like, so the suite
remember how we
is
have it.
the nicest room in the Ashen Mound. Is a one massive room that is like 4 rooms.
Okay. No, I mean, if it's the room that the party has been staying in, I see no reason to knock.
Okay.
Just open the door.
You go for the door and, like, in your drunkenness, kind of bump it on accident, and the door wasn't closed and just opens on its own from where you bumped it.
Ah, shit.
And it is dead quiet in there.
Can I make a perception check?
Yes, you may.
See if anything's out of the ordinary.
Yes, you may. Go ahead.
I mean, I clicked it.
Oh.
Just
It's
taking
on its way.
forever.
Here it comes. Hang on.
It's,
Wait for it. Ah, a 42. Yeah.
it's a 3 on the die.
Is that with the fatigue condition? Does that affect it in any way?
Yeah, fatigued. No, fatigued doesn't touch that in any way.
I'm gonna say that it does because you're drunk. So I'm gonna say you get a -4. So it's only a
Okay.
38. You look around the room. There's nothing obvious, but you have an unnatural perception. You can tell there's very slight, fucking almost microscopic differences in here that you can tell. Terran is too much of a neat freak. He wouldn't have left that unturned. And Isuma is so clean for someone who was living in a literal cave when we met her. She wouldn't have left that out. Something's wrong. You can tell something happened here. There's not a sign of a struggle, but something has happened.
Did the rest of the party follow me up the stairs, or
yes,
did
yes,
they?
yes. The rest of you are with Vaughn.
Vaughn's going, something's wrong. They're not up here, and so you said it's multiple rooms like attached to this main room, or
Yeah, there's a main like common room with a small, a small little cooking area, a main sitting spot with a couple chairs, a large table, and away from that are 4 other doors that go into like private rooms.
Vaughn's gonna quickly move to check those other doors.
Nobody.
Ruh-roh.
When you go back into the common room, inside of which room did you check first?
Whichever one Isuma would have been in.
Isuma was in your room. So
okay.
you go into your room to look for her. You don't see her. But as you turn to like leave to go check the other room, there is a knife in a wall that you walked past to get into this room that has a note on it.
I grab it. What do it say?
It is an address and a time.
When is that time?
And it is also signed
I'll buy.
The Mockery.
No idea what that is. Vaughn quickly steps out into the back into the main area and is like, "This is a note on. Hang on."
So this is a pretty sobering event. You're still intoxicated, but yeah, you are only fatigued. So whatever negatives fatigue would provide are what you're currently suffering from. The address is a location within the kill box. Can I get a knowledge local for the name The Mockery?
Sure. Hiya. Nothing.
Never heard of him.
Could we help after he, runs downstairs?
Oh, no. You all followed him up there. You all, like, as a group, went to go get Isuma and Terran. So, like, you're all part of this shenanigans. Okay, yeah. You know about the name The Mockery. The Mockery is not a single person. It is a group. It is a rebel faction within Starfall that deals in more rebelling against the Technic League.
Wait, and why do they kidnap? I'm confused.
Good question.
What's the date and location on the note?
There's not a date. There is a location which you'll have to find on your own. Knowledge local or diplomacy when asking around to know where that is. But the time, it says midnight.
Oh, I thought. Wait, aren't we supposed to meet behind the bar,
At darkness.
which is now?
Indeed.
Yeah. Let's. Vaughn's like, let's go find out whoever's supposed to meet us and if they're part of this
Of course.
stupidity.
So,
Vaughn's annoyed. Vaughn's like angry about this.
Yeah.
so I
As
just
am I.
got kidnapped by Harlequins, is what you're telling me.
You can say that.
God damn it! I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back. God, son of a bitch.
Funny enough,
I mean-
now that he's walked away, I was actually going to ask him to do some RP stuff with me. But we will
loose did I ever
continue
left.
following around this group of 3 heroes. How do you wish to go? What do you do next?
I guess let's go out to behind the bar and finish that meeting real quick, and then we'll go to the location.
Okay. You head out into the streets of the Killbox. Let me see if I can find more fitting music for what's going on real quick.
I actually just realized that perception check should be much lower because I don't have my VMod goggles out. So it needs like 10 off.
Okay. You make your way into the streets of the Killbox, and you wander around to the back of the Ashen Mound. You don't see anybody.
Is there any magic coming from the?
All right,
No, you do not see any magical auras either.
I am back.
Vaughn's just gonna. Hey, who asked to meet us back here? Who's here? Just kind of yelling.
You hear a door open that's connected to the Ashen Mound, followed by a rather light, Who's there?
We were told to meet someone out back of this place. Who are you?
Is that one of the... Oh! You then see immediately that it is the halfling bartender, or not bartender, but the maid that has been working within the Ashen Mound. Throughout the night, you've heard his name come up a time or two. His name is Frodrick. The halfling continues on his task of dumping out a trash bin into a larger receptacle outside and the back. And he says, are you looking for that dark fella in the hood? He was out here for a while.
Yes,
Oh, he's not here anymore.
but it's just now dark.
No, he was oh dear. You see him realize something and then get anxious.
What?
I'm
gonna-
you won't be mad.
I'm gonna step very swiftly towards him, and I say, "I am losing my temper. Tell me
I'm
now."
already mad. Speak.
He said, he was told that you weren't here. The boss said that you weren't here anymore, so he said that he was leaving.
Fuck you, Scott.
Well, let's just go find them then.
That's not how that works.
Did you need to
Need-
talk with him?
Come here, little fella.
Oh no.
He
Sarah, if you touch a
nervously
hair on
looks
his hair.
over at Sarah.
I'm gonna wait till he moves away from the door and flick my hand at it and close it.
Right, the door just closes. He like starts to make his way towards the door, getting nervous that he's getting triangulated by these 3 very frustrated adventurers, and then the door just closes behind him.
I'm going to tower over him for a moment and put him in a very precarious situation.
Indeed. You're doing the ultimate looking down position that Boa Hancock from One Piece does.
So, you're going to give us some information. Okay, honey?
He goes, information?
Mm-hmm.
He
About a
begins
certain group
shaking.
of people.
What did you want to know?
Who they are, where we could find them.
I don't know. I don't know anything, I
We're
swear.
looking for some group called the Mockery.
You
They're taking
see
something we need.
a expression of realization strike across his face, and then he says, I don't know anything about the Mockery. There's the people within Starfall that's been causing all the trouble. They're the ones that caused they're technically to march their horrible machine men through our streets. They're every few days.
You're right. They're bad people. They cause all the issues, and we want to help make that better.
Is the Mockery the people that the guy that was out here belongs to?
He goes, I don't know. Roll me a sense motive.
Right. Yeah. God, stay
It's fine.
on.
Give her a moment. Yeah, you can tell he's bullshitting you. You can tell when he says, I don't know, he's lying.
Vaughn slowly walks up to the guy, lays a hand on his shoulder. He's a halfling, right?
Yes, sir. He is
Crouch-
only 3 feet tall.
Just crouches down, looks him straight in the eyes, and looks him straight in the eyes and pauses for a second, and then, would you like to be blind for the rest of your life?
Jesus.
Give me an intimidate check. DC 14.
I'll try. Heh.
Well.
Oh, there we go.
You say that, but what comes out of your mouth is more along the lines of
Would you like to be blind the rest of your life?
to which he wets himself. And he kind of starts blathering the whole. I don't know anything. I swear, just please don't hurt me. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. He's groveling at your feet at the moment.
Oh.
You have won him over for the next period of time.
One is a strong word.
Juan.
Tell. Sorry. Tell us everything.
He tells you, I've been an informant for the Mockery for several years now. I've just been working here because they asked me to be stationed here. I'm sure the boss knew, but I just, please, I don't know. Why do you want to know? He's doing that whole second thing.
Show him the note. He's an informant.
Yeah, just show him the note.
The note just has a location and a time, which is midnight, and it is currently.
You said it's signed the Mockery, though.
Yes.
Right?
All right. It's just 3 lines, just a location, a time, and then the Mockery with a little. Hyphen.
What do you know about this? Where are our companions here? Are you trying to threaten us?
Your companion. Wait. And then his eyes go real wide. There were 5 of you before.
Yeah. There were.
He puts his hands up. He says, are you with the Technic League?
No.
No.
Then they wouldn't have hurt them. They wouldn't have hurt them. They just, if they thought you was gone, I don't know why, but this is, you can mark on the map, which is right around, this little spot right here. That's the location. If they ask for a password, just tell them that Frodrick sent you.
And once more, you don't know anything about the hooded guy. Do you know what he looked like?
I swear I don't know who he was. The Mockery tends to just keep things with a secret like this. I'm only an informant. I just tell them what I know.
Could he have been part of the Mockery?
I know he was.
Okay, so he was part of the Mockery.
Yes.
So it seems their plan was to kidnap anyone who straggled away from the main group, and then use it as bait during the meeting for us to emphasize meeting them at their location.
Or maybe talk to us, and while they were talking to us, if anyone was in the room, or since they thought we weren't like willing to talk, they did this to like threaten us.
Upon hearing that you weren't here anymore, they may have thought that you've fled. You've gained some notoriety in Starfall in your small amount of time here, according to the Mockery anyway.
And that's why we're trying to keep a low profile. And failing to do so.
You hear a shout come from within the bar. Says, Frodrick, get out here, we got people thirsty.
Back to work, Frodrick. I'm gonna just spin on my heel and start making my way to the
I
location
open the
on
door
map.
for him.
He just kind of falls away from you in fear, scrambles up the stairs on all fours, and just sprints in and slams the door and locks it.
I'm gonna don my Adidas track hoodie and then make my way towards the location on the map, walking very quickly.
Alrighty.
Is it my turn, Papa?
Yeah, let's go.
It is your turn, my good
It's funny,
sir.
I was about to have Salt soak him.
Yay.
Like I had mentioned, Sarah, if you had heard a hair on his head, wouldn't have allowed it.
All right. So
I
what
don't-
fresh hell do you have cooked up for me today, Luke?
The Taryn, you finally wake up. Hang on just a second, I gotta sneeze.
Die or get better?
Excuse me. Thank you. You wake up in a dark room. Your dark vision allows you to see into the room, but of course in only black and white. You are tied to a chair, and to the back of that chair is another chair with Isuma in it.
And the bottom of the chair is torn out.
Oh no.
And they're hanging free.
When you wake up, you hear Isuma say, "It's about time you woke up."
I need my my beauty rest. I'm a very heavy sleeper, and I kind of like check my surroundings, like and this isn't my first
You're in
rodeo
a
when it
rather
comes to
empty-looking warehouse. But Isuma then says, "Watch what you say. We're not alone right now."
Oh, I figured. Like I said, this is about, and I like you count on my fingers behind me. I'm like 1, 2, 5th time being kidnapped by extremists or presumed extremists. I don't know what you are.
From the rafters, you hear someone say, "Watch your mouth there, Asimar."
Yep, as extremists.
You look up and from the rafters, you see someone very lax, but is indeed armed, but they're not aiming anything at you. They say, "The only thing extreme about the Mockery is our will to be free from the Technic League grip, and to in some way wrestle control back into the Black Sovereign. If he even still cares about us, that is."
I say, well, it seems we have an aligned agenda.
Mm-hmm. Keep
I'm
talking.
glad you're not after some horrifying. I'm glad you're not after some horrifying artifact that I would dig out of
You
the ground to
hear
use to
a single,
atrocities.
like 2 tiny steps, but that is all that's required for this woman to come from the side and push up against you with a blade against your chin, or right against your jawline, and she says, "If we hear another word out of you before your friends arrive, I will cut this scraggly little beard clear from your face."
And in my best Gimli voice, not the beard.
Salted pork.
The woman eases the blade from your face and says, "Let's just keep things quiet until your friends arrive." And then the elven woman takes a few steps back into the darkness, and though you can see in the dark, she vanishes.
Like, I say, well, that was an impressive trick. You all don't seem half bad at your job. Anyway,
You hear the guy in the rafters sigh again. Alrighty, back to the heroes.
Making our way downtown, walking fast,
walking fast,
faces passing.
Alrighty, heroes. You make your way to the intended location, and it is some seemingly abandoned warehouse. Whether or not it's actually still in use is hard to say. Most places in Starfall are pretty run down in the kill box. So maybe this place works. Maybe it's just during the day. Who can say?
I'm just gonna approach. Like I'm approaching it. Like I'm not gonna even stop and look. I'm just approaching the door.
You hear someone call out to you and says, "Stop right where you are. Name yourself."
Oh, what was I got? It
Looks
wasn't
like Frederick, right?
Yeah, Frodrick, right?
Frodrick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fro-
Frodrick. I'm gonna say Frodrick sends us.
Give me a diplomacy check with an additional +10, please.
Okay. So add 10 to this. 41.
41, nice. You say that, and they say, "Frodrick, yeah, that little halfling."
Yeah, I just don't stop walking. I say that as I'm walking towards the door.
You get to the door, and the door opens, and on the inside is a woman with a double-barreled shotgun, and she is aiming it at the group of you.
Yeah,
And she
swing the
says-
door open.
The door has been opened, but she's standing in there, and she has the gun trained on you. And the
Yep.
4 of you are at the entrance of the door.
Yep.
And she says, "State your business. What are you here for?"
I'm gonna cross my arms. I'm just like staring her dead in the eyes, like I said, Frodrick sent us.
Right, you said that. That little coward tends to say a lot of things, and he tends to very
Well,
fondly say
I
his
think we
name.
might be a little early for our appointment, but I'm not too happy about what you've done. So you're gonna have to deal. And I hold up the note and the knife.
Oh, I see you're here to meet Mockery. Right, and
Unfortunately.
you'll find your friends untouched.
And she steps away from the door to let you in. And she unarms her weapon.
I will
yeah, by the
strut.
way, is the knife magical at all, or is it just a knife?
Hmm?
The
See?
knife that was pinning the note to the wall? Is
No,
it
it's
just
not
a regular
magical.
knife?
It's just a regular dagger.
It's just a regular dagger.
Mhm.
Okay, it's mine now.
cheapskates. Bunch of cheapskates.
I'm keeping the dagger.
In fact, it's
Yeah.
broken.
That's fine.
I'll step on in.
You make your way in, and as I've said, there's just a couple boxes here and there, some refuse, plenty of very dusty things that haven't seen use in probably years. But very quickly upon entering the place, you hear a fucking Asimar who will not stop fucking talking.
I'm like going on about like some archaeological thing. I'm just like, so the thing you have to know about dwarven ruins.
And as you say that, the guy in the rafters goes, "Finally, they're here."
Oh, we'll come back to that once we're
You
done.
hear the heavy footsteps of your armored fellow Peter enter the area.
Like without a breath in between my words, I say, "Yeah, we'll talk about this once we're done." Oh, Peter, I'm so happy to see you all. I'm glad you guys got the note.
Taryn, no more talking.
Isuma looks
they-
up and says, Vaughn, do you have my gun?
Yes,
Then
I do.
please shoot me or Taryn.
Vaughn just starts laughing hysterically.
I look to
Because
the.
he's still drunk, so he's gone. As soon as she's like, "Please shoot me or Taryn," Vaughn just fucking loses it. He's cackling like a fucking madman.
You see her
right now.
face go from annoyed to pissed, and she says, "Are you intoxicated?"
Oh, he's hammered.
And she looks over to Sarah and says, "You're intoxicated as well."
I'm drunk as shit. I'm just
What?
glad you're right.
I'm gonna cross my arms. I'm gonna look to the elf
Are-
woman that's
are
with,
they-
like,
You
Are
do,
near
not
us.
where-
see, you do not see an elf.
Real quick, where in the room are we in relation to Isuma and Taryn and the other person, the other dude?
You're very near. You're like 10 feet away from the Isuma Terran tie-up gang. You're just about 10 feet from them. There's I guess you could say, for a radius of 30 feet circle around you. At the end of that is kind of like, it makes I guess you could say, arena of boxes. And amongst the boxes are 4 people that you can see.
Okay, so they're not like blocking our way to.
Absolutely not. They're just hanging out.
Okay, I'm just gonna cut them free.
Yeah. You do that and no one stops you.
Good.
You
like,
then
"Ah."
you then hear a very strong Kelid voice finally speak up. It says, "Happy that you could finally have joined us."
Sorry, was it one of you who was supposed to meet us behind the bar?
A very, as I said, square-jawed fellow with a skill slot embedded into the side of his head, which is making a bald spot of his short hair, steps forward from the light. Even with your perception, Vaughn, you didn't notice him.
Oh. Okay.
He says, "No, that would be my associate," and he kind of notions towards one of his fellows in the rafters, who gives a 2-finger salute.
Well, sorry we missed the. Sorry the lines got crossed. We're trying to lay low.
He says, I understand. There's plenty of necessity when it comes to dealing with the Technic League. Allow me to introduce myself." And he gives a bit of a feigned bow. He says, "I am Mockery." I am the leader of the Mockery. A very clever name, I know, but...
Sarah
He
is
shrugs.
entirely paying attention to him.
Oh no. I see the look in her eyes, and then I look at him, and then my head snaps back at her. I'm like, no. Oh no.
He says, I must apologize for probably terrifying you at the safety of your allies here, but know that they were never harmed. They were given a pharmaceutical so that transporting him here would be easier, but know that it is completely harmless.
Terrified? No, not terrified. Angry.
Yes,
I understand.
indeed.
Pissed beyond
We-
recognition.
I was to my understanding that you fled, and I couldn't afford to have heroes such as you disappear on me. You understand? Not when taking down the Technic League would have been a potential...
There are better ways to go about that than kidnapping our allies, though.
He just keeps contact with your eyes and says, You've not lived in Starfall for long, have you?
Not lived here at all, actually.
48 hours.
I see. So tell me, have you actually come here to assist in taking on the Technic League? Or are you just causing trouble for fun? Are you passing through?
Bit of both, but why do you... Where did you come up with this assumption? Idea? Do you know who we are?
He says, he kind of walks over to another box, pulls it up, and just plops himself down in it. And he raises a hand to one side of his head and taps his ear and says, I have a lot of ears around this town, especially a lot in the kill box. And your little group, in the short amount of time that they've been here, has stirred up quite a lot of trouble. But that's what we like. Trouble's always a problem for the Technic League, as it spreads their resources real nice and thin.
I don't remember starting any trouble. I just remember bounty hunters attacking us in a bar, and an ash giant attacking us in the street.
Yes.
Don't forget
God.
the alchemy golem.
Ash giants that were brought on to you by said bounty hunters. You made a little bit of friends within their organization. But what I'm
I look at
referring
Pete
to,
and I'm like, did one of them live?
what I'm referring to is the fact that you've dealt with the Technic League before. And they know you. And they know that you cause problems. And now we have you here in our town. City, I should say. Here's Sek Chow. Is that name familiar to you all?
Not that I can recall.
The fucking tiefling.
Vaughn's like, yeah, he had a nice cloak.
Indeed.
I'm currently wearing it.
Yeah, he realizes that.
That him.
He recognizes it, in fact. He
It's
kind of
different.
raises an eyebrow at you and goes,
The
indeed.
style doesn't never change, but it's a different color.
Mhm.
Just like, nice cloak.
He returned to Starfall some couple days ago. I've not heard any action on his part. He's not an informant of mine, but he tends to be rather boisterous with his actions. And actions speak louder than words, anyway.
That dumb idiot. Told him not
So
to
I'm
return
guessing,
to
you know,
Starfall.
he went groveling back. Kind of spilled the beans on everything that happened in the spider. I'm just looking at Peter.
Who knows? But the point stands that word of the Technic League has come up about a group of adventurers that were dealing with scars of the spider that have come into the possession of some Technic League technology. That is, unfortunately, where
don't
the
think-
specifics end.
I don't think anything. There might be one thing that we could be considered technically technology, but that's just because.
It
Well,
does not matter. Are you here to fight the Technic League or not?
Yes.
yeah.
With that,
I'm here to destroy the
a
Technic League.
very broad smile goes across him, and the air lightens quite a lot. He then stands up and says, "All right, Koth, enough with the gloom." And with that, you hear something go, "Chong," and lights come on in the area. This entire area is lit. Now, not that that's a problem for most of you, but hey. It doesn't look gloomy anymore. He says, "Okay, allow me to explain a little bit." He goes on to a bit of a story. The Black Sovereign, Kavoth Kul, he once cared for us. He protected us and led us, but no longer. He is Lord in title only. In all else he stands defeated, for he is nothing more but a puppet for the Technic League. For me to openly state as much is traitorous, punishable by death, so know that I speak the truth. The Technic League keeps the Black Sovereign as one might keep a pet. I would see my lord set free from their yoke. I know not if he would agree to step up against them if he could be freed, but if not, he must be put down, as one would put down a rabid dog, even if it was one that they loved. As long as he appears to be remaining in power, the Kellids of Starfall will remain docile. And then he sighs with a bit of pain with saying that. But if he were to rise up, or be put down, they would revolt. The Technic League has grown complacent. If Starfall were to rise up, the League would be forced to spread its resources very thin to keep control. And by that moment, a well-trained group of mercenaries, such as yourselves, could infiltrate its compound and defeat its leaders all at once. Especially if you could find an ally within their ranks.
We've got that covered.
He looks surprised and says, "You know an ally within their ranks?"
Well, he's technically dead, but yes.
He's
show
within
him.
a-
Yeah, show him. Don't turn it on, but show him.
I mean, oh right, whose bag of holding is it in? Is it in mine or
You had him.
Peter's?
You had him last.
Okay,
'Cause I've been carrying him on me until
alright.
we got here.
I'll get what is his name? Thoris? Shit, my notes somewhere.
I believe that is his name.
Theris
Is.
Holiard, right?
Theris Holiard,
Yeah, Theris Holiard. I pull out the brain in the jar.
the brain cylinder.
We present one canned jackass.
The whole area kind of goes, ugh. And Mockery looks at you in
creepy.
confusion and says, "That's a brain in a jar."
Yeah,
It's the
he's
brain
quippy.
of
He used to be a. What did he say he was? Technically, lieutenant.
You'll know
Ah.
the name. We say the name.
Did we just turn him on?
No,
I
no.
say Theris Holiard. Yes.
Yes.
Theris Holiard. If memory serves, he was a lieutenant. A high-ranking one, but not one with enough pull that you'd need.
I think we can fix that.
Yeah, he just needs a new body.
Yeah, we'll just grab someone important.
That's actually perfect. Transplant this brain into some other schlub.
You are an interesting group indeed, to think that you could pull something like that off, but maybe you know something I don't. Listen, I'm willing to offer all that I can. I will even give you my gear off of my back, if you are willing to accept my offer to take down the Technic League along with the Mockery. Do you
I mean-
accept?
Yeah.
Do you have a plan?
I do have one, you could say.
Well,
He then goes through the process of handing you over his loot, and let's see.
Wait, is he stripping naked right now? 'Cause-
No, just his gear. He's wearing clothes under it. Let's see.
I mean, does he need some of his stuff to be an effective fighter, or does he have just? Do they got backup trash somewhere?
I mean, if you want it later, he's very willing to give it to you then, but unless he'll just.
I mean, if he's part of his own plan and needs to be able to fight, like
He's part of his plan, but he's part of a distract and hit and run method of it. You all are more or less the strike team.
okay,
He says, "All right. 2 ends need to be met." He holds up 3 fingers.
I'm gonna reach up and put one down.
He looks at you do that you doing that, and then says, "As I said, 2." And he keeps the same fingers up but turns his hand around. 2 needs need to be met. 1, my lord sovereign needs to be freed from the servitude of the Technic League, by death if it needs be, or otherwise. Regardless, I want the Technic League to suffer. The notion of a flat assault on the Palace of Fallen Stars or the Technic League compound would be rather interesting. But
foolhardy.
if you're willing to attempt such a suicide mission, feel free. But know that it would be that indeed. The chances of success will be far greater if you take on Stage 2 first. If you take steps to destabilize the city first, if you remove the Black Sovereign's dependency and support of the League, that would be a much more effective way to go about this.
Okay.
Right. I need to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Bye forever.
BRB. Oh, yes. Dealing with Mockery. He says, I've done quite a bit of thinking on the situation. I have 2 ideas of how you could prepare your mission. The Red Reaver. Are you familiar with it?
No.
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 It's something on the map.
The Red Reaver is a tavern, like many of them without Starfall, but it's also run by Starfall's most infamous drug lord, Doc Hellbroth. Does that name strike a chord with any of you all?
No.
Of course it wouldn't. You just got here.
Nope.
The Mockery's intelligence has recently confirmed that Hellbroth has been working closely with the Technic League to supply many of the drugs they've been keeping the Black Sovereign under their thumb with. This knowledge has confirmed my suspicion that the Technic League is responsible for Kevoth Cool's descent into addiction. So, if you could assassinate Doc Hellbroth, or otherwise cut off the flow of drugs to Kevoth Cool, that would seriously disrupt activities in the palace by forcing the Black Sovereign into a withdrawal stage. Which would hopefully make an infiltration of the palace and an eventual confrontation with the Sovereign a lot less deadly. Secondly, if you wish to comply, I've been keeping an ear to the ground about Starfall's black markets. You've heard of the night markets, I assume?
Barely.
In passing.
Indeed. They have recently come across the ear of a nobleman, a man named Kronsig Drund, a rather rich bloke from a certain part of town. He's come into the possession of some sort of technological object of great power, and he hopes to sell it at an upcoming night market. Furthermore, I've learned that the Technic League knows about this, and I suspect that they'll be sending one of their captains to attempt to commandeer this device. If you all could attend this night market, you would not only be able to purchase this device from Baron Drund, but you could very well ambush one of the Technic League captains. Such an act would be risky if the captain escapes, but your chances at attacking the compound, one less captain, would be all the better. And I don't know how strong that brain is, and he points at the fucking jar on the ground, but know that a single lieutenant is nothing compared to a captain, especially in the Technic League. In all of my years of being the leader of the Mockery, we've only been able to take down a single one of them, and we've lost hundreds of men to him.
Any idea what this technological artifact is?
We've not learned that, unfortunately, but we do know that if Drund wishes to sell it to the Technic League itself within Starfall, or Starfall's night markets, it must be substantial for him to risk being thrown in with the Technic League.
Taryn gets giddy, like real fucking excited at the thought of going to an auction and definitely stealing an artifact. Like, there is joy in his eyes. He goes, I vote number 2.
He says, well, feel free to do both. The more the better.
The night markets are also, I assume, is the name of the black market, right?
Indeed. They call them the night markets because they happen at night, but they never stay in one place for long. You have to know where they're going to be whenever you try to find it. Luckily, I am such an informant that might know.
Excellent. I'm going to steal the fuck out of this artifact.
Yeah. When are they selling the item?
He says, 4 days from now. And he holds up 5 fingers.
I put one of them back down.
Peter does not understand personal space. I apologize.
You don't understand when not to talk.
Or how to properly maintain your facial hair.
I was gonna. Vaughn was gonna say that, except it was gonna be funnier. Vaughn doesn't have facial hair.
You see like a little golden blood vessel pop from Terran's forehead. He's like, I'm gonna steal the fuck out of that and just assert my facial hair dominance all over those people.
I've been told elves grow facial hair at some point, but I don't know if it takes a while.
Maybe your human half will allow you to grow a fantastic beard like mine.
Yeah, I'd shave it, even if I could.
Oh. Oh.
No offense to yours this time.
So we're gonna
Just
steal an
shake my hand.
artifact and beat up drug dealers. That sounds like a
It's a Vlasic.
sounds like a day.
Vaughn pulls out another pickle.
Terran's just so dejected by the
I thought I
insult.
muted myself. It's still not a pickles. It's still Pringles.
I look over at Asuma, and I'm like, "Are you okay?"
Isuma just kind of rubbing one of her wrists from like the ropes that were keeping her bound, says, "Yes, I'm fine."
Okay. I got worried. I was hoping it wasn't, another ash giant.
Roll me a diplomacy.
Woo.
She says, "So worried that you've been drinking all night."
Oh,
You got me.
I'm going
But
to.
in my defense, I thought you went to bed. Or at
Yeah,
least to
I'm
your
good.
room.
They had been drinking before sundown.
Mm-hmm.
As I babysitted.
Isuma says, "I feel like you do that a lot with this group, Peter."
Part of the profession.
Isuma
so
says,
oh.
I'm sorry. I do not wish to be difficult."
I'm gonna like bump her with one of my elbows and go, "Someone has to be the stick in the mud." And then I'll do a little laugh.
I'm just happy it's not me, I guess. All right. Do you wish to say anything to Mockery or further interact with him in any way?
No,
do you
there's
wish
so
to-
many things. So little time.
Right now, I guess not. I mean, we have his plan sort of. I assume. Vaughn will turn to. I assume after we've completed these tasks, we'll get back together for figuring out next
Show and
steps,
tell.
or.
Mockery then kind of gives a nod to someone who cuts the lights again in the area, leaving only a small bit illuminated before beginning to walk away, and says, "If you need it to contact me in any way, feel free to talk to Froderick. He's a rather frail halfling, but he does his part." And before you can say anything else, you realize that he's no longer in the room.
Wait, did he give us gear, or did we reject it because he needed it?
He promised to give it to you later on if you want it then.
I was just curious. Like I said,
He was willing to hand it to us now, and Vaughn was like, wait until after you like don't need it because or after wait until after we run this this mission that you guys are gonna have to be, you know, they're not the strike team, right? But they're still probably gonna have to fight people, and like he's more likely to end up dead if he doesn't keep his shit.
Alrighty. With that, boop, you all leave the warehouse and return to the bulk of the kill box, which does have, you know, people wandering about, but very few. It's not fun to be out at night in the kill box.
Oh wait, it's still night. He told us where the night markets are, right?
There isn't another night market, and for 4 days.
Oh, okay. So it's not until 4 days when they're selling them.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, the
So
next
dang
one
it.
is the one in question.
I
and
wanna
it's
go.
not for 4 days.
man,
I imagine
wait.
what we can do is tomorrow we can beat up the drug dealer, clean up the streets of Starfall.
Yeah.
I guess. And I
Yeah.
look at the disgusting streets. I'm like, oh, there's not enough cleaning supplies.
But every little bit will help. God, what if they have the armor I'm looking for at the night market?
As we're walking back to our hotel, Vaughn's gonna apologize to Isuma for not realizing that she was missing, and also being trashed.
Isuma says, "Don't worry about it."
Oof.
Are you
Ooh,
okay?
ooh.
I mean, you got kidnapped, so you obviously not okay. But
I just want to go to sleep, Bon.
besides that,
If this is where we're calling it, I would like to, as the party walks away, Taryn starts telling Peter about the Dwarven ruins that he didn't get to finish his story to the Mockery gang.
You just start like rambling on and on about it.
So anyway, what do you have to know about Dwarven ruins?
I don't care for dwarves, and I don't like ruins.
What the dwarves ever do to
I
you?
didn't tell.
Hmm?
why don't you like dwarves?
Yeah, why you gotta be racist?
Whoa. I didn't say I didn't like dwarves. Just don't care
So
for 'em.
anyway, about Dwarven ruins, and it's like the camera's pulling back as like they're walking down the street.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm
that
just-
is where we are going to call this game. That was a fun one.
That
Learned
was a
some
very
things,
fun one.
fought some things, were robbed of some things.
Made a halfling piss his pants.
Rob.
I'm probably gonna jump that
You
halfway
went-
bones later.
You're fucking terrible.
Oh god, you went full like
Sarah's gonna
Eldritch
go
abomination
apologize.
on that kid.
All right. Well, with this, I would like to thank anyone who stopped by with us, and thank everyone for taking 10 with us. And yeah, that's the end for this week's game of Iron Gods. If you liked it, feel free to like and subscribe and smash that motherfucking bell icon.
Watch your profanity.
Hey man, we all
You're an
adults here.
all-star.
We all adults.
It's your game. No.
All right. Well, till next time, everyone. Good night, everybody. Say good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah, good night.
Bye.
Goodbye
Yeah,
forever.
good night, everybody.
Yeah.